Hello, everyone. And by everyone, I think I mean 3 people. And I may be one of them. How's the audio? Please tell me. I'd love to know. Because I screwed around with my audio thing, and now I don't even know if the settings are insane or not. All I know is it doesn't show that it's clipping, but it could also be lying to me. All right. Well, I have to admit, this is the first time that I've ever seen a laptop that says, yeet or be yeeted. I feel so youthful. Anyway, we're going to take this apart. It got stepped on. It's not pretty. It's pretty bad. I've already looked at it. It's just a casual inspection. It's warped. This laptop is warped. I don't even know what else to say about it. It's warped. You can't see it from up there, but I'm just going to tell you right now. If you can see, there's like a hill or I don't even know how to describe it, but if you get it at just the right angle, you can definitely see that someone made a taco out of this thing. It's got a nice, bulgy, dippy sort of thing going on. The whole computer's just curved. Can you see? Yeah, you can see the curve on the camera. You can clearly see. Oh my God! Look, it just poked up right there. So somebody did something really bad to it, and I'm pretty sure that they said they stepped on it. But anyway, and can you see on there? I doubt it. But if I get it at the right angle, though, you can probably see there's a big old gouge right there. You know what? Let's just turn it on. You know, I don't know if the battery actually works, but if we turn it on, we can definitely see that it's bad. Of course, the battery may not work. Oh yeah, and the screen's black, so for all I know, the battery's dead anyway. Oh. Yeah, this thing over here is warped, and here is warped. It's almost like somebody pried at it trying to get it open. Poor thing. So, I hate working on touch screens. I hate touch screens in general. But you may notice over here that I actually have that blue Dell laptop, which is a touch screen. I'm trying to use it in A-frame touchscreen mode. For this broadcast, it feels weird. I don't like not having a keyboard, so I'm going to try to get this open. I'm not going to fix it today. I don't have a part. I really just need to get part numbers off of things to make sure I order the same parts. And the first thing I'm going to do is try to use my fingernails. I'm not super worried about breaking it because if you look, you can see it's already broken. But I hate touchscreens so much. And I don't know if there's damage in the bottom half, but I know that the bottom half has a bulge that scares me a little bit. Yeah. And I don't take enough of these apart to know for sure that I'm not doing something stupid. But I have it on good authority that if you shove a metal pry tool in, it will upset some commenters. And that is what makes it all worthwhile. Ew. I think some hairs are falling out of the bezel. Ew. Oh, God. Oh, God. Come on, let me in. I need to get in this top half. There's no screws. It has to be clipped together. There's really no way it's not. God, I hate touchscreens so much. Ew. Oh, get out of there, you son of a bitch. Oh, something exploded. That was just an email notification, though. Yep, the whole bezel is, it's all the same crap. Yep. It's all clipped from the edges. That's holding the whole thing together, I think, is being clipped from the edges. Like I said, I'm not super worried about cracking the glass. He's already busted it pretty bad. But I don't think the actual glass in the front is cracked, but I think it's fused to the LCD. So I think that even if I did crack the glass, it wouldn't matter. Did I mention I hate working on touchscreens? I just hate touchscreens as a very general... It's more of a personal thing. Yeah, it's all stupid. Whatever. Believe it or not, one of the things that I do sometimes is actually watch videos of other computer people doing this stuff to these computers when I don't know how to get in them because I've never seen a specific model and someone else has. Why not see how they did it? But this time I'm just going at it without even bothering because it doesn't matter. Get out. Just get out. You suck. Get out. You suck. How embarrassing would it be if on my own stream I had to go look up some other computer... It's glued. That's why. There's a big old layer of adhesive around the screen. That's why it's not playing nice with me. Yep. That's exactly why it won't come out. Because it's put together somewhat like a tablet with a stupid adhesive. And once you get the adhesive loose, magic can happen. The worst part is this guy said he absolutely didn't want to get a non-touch screen, so my options are limited. I have to find a touch screen replacement. Get off. You suck. Oh, by the way, one of my favorite things to tell customers, just as a joke, of course, is that HP on their Hewlett-Packard laptop, that the HP stands for Hot Pocket. Yep, it goes all the way around the damned edge. Well, we'll just kind of brute force it out. Get this adhesive off. Okay, you ugly piece of crap. Hey, did I mention I hate touchscreens? No? Oh, well, I hate touchscreens. So glad that we could get that out of the way. All right, so now I have free adhesive Friday through Friday. God, I hate these things. Okay, see this? This is a laptop. Only a lunatic actually uses a laptop on their lap. So they really ought to call it a not laptop. You know, that was a joke that died before it was created, so sorry. Yep, sure enough, I think I have to take the whole stupid top half apart to get this dumb thing out. Oh, hey, just so everybody here is aware, I hate touchscreens. Is that seriously... They didn't really design it that way, did they? Oh, no. Is this thing literally just sitting here? Is it not even... Like, is something even holding it in at all? I feel like it may be adhesived as well. You know what? I'm not going to find out the hard way. I'm just going to take all the screws out, let it fall apart, and see what catches on fire. And that's why I'm not an airline pilot. What are you stuck to? Dear 3M Corporation, your adhesives are amazing, but they make my life hell. I both simultaneously love and hate you. Sincerely, Omar. I don't know who Omar is, but he's definitely not me. And is definitely not mad at the people that make adhesives. Oh, God. I hate touchscreens so much. Why can't it just be a normal screen? Why does everyone need a touchscreen? What do you even do with a damn touchscreen? It's not a tablet. Like this thing, it's harder to use as a touchscreen. Why does anybody want their computer to be like this? I just don't even understand. Alright. Still doesn't want to come apart. Alright. Hey, chat friends, you got any good ideas for how to get this stupid thing to come apart without too much pain? Nah, working live doesn't give me stress, Anna. It really doesn't. It doesn't give me stress. It just gives me some nebulous semblance of a human being to talk to while I deal with stupid designs. And I hate touchscreens. I swear I think this thing's glued in. The way that it looks like it should be screwed to the sides, but just why does this lift up the way it does? It's insane. It doesn't look like it should. Yep. I don't have a chainsaw, but I do have a sledgehammer. So this is one of the problems. I run into these things. I get a little stumped because I don't deal with these touchscreen laptops very often. But, you know, this one, I don't know if it's glued in or if it's screwed into these side things. And the problem is these hinges, they're just not, they don't look like they should come out. Like I've taken all the screws out, nothing is coming apart. Which implies, at least, that the screen is stuck inside the computer. Now, like I said, the screen itself is already cracked, so in the worst case, I'll just jam stuff in there and get it out. But I don't like doing that. And it holds like it's screwed into the sides. So. Someone said, look it up on YouTube. That's probably what's actually going to happen. I can't read the model number. Oh. The model number is smaller than the penis on a guy with a humongous raised truck driving down a highway. You son of a bitch. Ah, that's why we have magnifying loops. 15-CS0051CL. Y'all don't get to keep my magnifying loop. Nope. Nope. That didn't pull up what I thought it would. At all. There are similar models, so... Oh, look! HP provides a video! A 2-minute video! Wow! I can learn from HP how to tear their own computers apart. Don't you do it! Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. The display panel is held in place by 2 strips of fucking stretch release tape. And the worst part is that there's a little red bar at the bottom of this video, meaning that at some point in the past, I've already had to deal with this bullshit. I hate stretch release tape. Yep. Okay. All right. Good. I've always wanted to film this so I could complain about it. All right, toolkit that they shouldn't ever have to see. Make an appearance. Ah, these bastards. These sorry bastards. Oh, my God. Ah! Stretch release tape. Frickin' stretch release tape. Are you kidding me right now? I hate you so much. Oh my God. This is... Okay. Alright. Look. I'm going to give you the best view that I can of this horse shit. Oh, come on. Brighten up for my fun audience. Give me some autofocus. Do something. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Oh, I dropped it. Okay. Now recording. No, don't record video. I want them to see it, you sorry camera. Sorry, I'm using my G7 instead of my GH5S. If you hit record, it says recording video. I might correct that later, or I might get lazy. So, anyway, you can see down here, about as well as I can get you to see, right? Well, hell no, I didn't research how to open it up before going live. I don't want to do that. The whole point of going live is that I like to go in completely ignorant, well, as ignorant as I can, so that you guys can see what it's like whenever I just dig in and try to figure something out on my own instead of going, oh, little Google has all the answers. So I've got this piece of white tape. I can't show you anything any closer. My lens doesn't zoom in that much. Maybe next time I'll use my camcorder instead of my G7. But here, look. This is how you take this out. You pull this stupid piece of fucking tape out of here. Ah, there's like no handle worth of thing to get. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh my God. This is HP's official disassembly direction. This is how you take this out of this computer, you sons of bitches. Ah. This is a joke. This is a bad joke. Look at this. Oh my God. You put the stretch and stretch release here too, didn't you guys? You bastards, get out of there. I don't care, just get out. Stupid piece of shit. Alright, okay. So, this is a friendly reminder that I am a professional information technology service person who totally runs a business doing this and definitely would never curse on a stream. I never get angry and I never say naughty things. Please kill me. Oh yeah, this is just cancer. Like, I'm not kidding when I say it's easier to fix a frickin', like to take apart an iMac than to deal with this crap. At least the iMac adhesives make some sense. This stretch release tape crap, who thought of it? You are guaranteed to destroy the screen pulling it out. Dickheads. Ah! I'm pulling taffy out of it. Ow. Ow. Yep. Okay. So, let me tell you. Let me tell you my solution for putting these back in. It's called double-sided tape. It holds enough to keep it in. It doesn't hold enough to keep me from getting it out. Screw you, HP. So all the screws get to go back in, so that's fun. Hey, I haven't checked chat yet, but I bet you guys had a lot of fun with that one. I feel like that was... I had no idea what I was getting into, and I bet my microphone gain is way too high for all the yelling I just did. Oh, Jesus. I didn't have to take any of these out. So, yeah. This is one of the reasons I tell... That screw fell down and my screwdriver's not magnetized. Hold on. For those who are curious, this is a laptop hard drive's magnet for the servo arm. I use them to magnetize the screwdriver so I can get screws back. Oh, look at that. Came right out. So, I forgot about these. It's been a while since I had to deal with one of these. I mean, it's probably been, I don't know, 2 or 3 years since I got a busted screen in one of these. So, I completely forgot what I was up against. And, oh, shit. Okay. The hinge mount just completely fell apart. So, it's a good thing I took the screws out. I didn't know the plastics had disintegrated. So that's fun. Yeah. See, these things, they should take quite a bit of torque before they fall apart. But the plastic on that's destroyed. So when they stomped and destroyed the screen on the left side, they destroyed the hinge mount over here too. So that needs to be epoxied back together or the hinge will rip apart. Rather, the plastics will rip apart. So yeah, that was interesting. I need whiskey. I don't have it, but I need it. Oh yeah, let's see. don't know how to say your name, but Boribar is the way I read it. Yes, I know of Louis Rossmann. I definitely do. I've mentioned him probably in every live stream. And magnetizing screwdrivers. Yes, you can take this. This is a cheapo $1 screwdriver I picked up at a Walmart. It is just, it's just a generic metal screwdriver. There's nothing special, just a plain old steel #1 Phillips screwdriver. You can take a permanent magnet and scrape in one direction several times, and it pulls the atoms in the screwdriver in the direction that you pull the magnet, causing it to become magnetized. But if you whack it, it demagnetizes it. The more you whack it against something, it demagnetizes, and over time it just demagnetizes on its own, because the atoms being in random positions causes the metal to be demagnetized because there's no polarity. Pulling a permanent magnet across them polarizes the magnetic field. Blah, blah, blah. You didn't come here for science class. You came here to see me cry. But I don't cry on stream. I just get pissed. And I don't mean pissed like in Britain. I mean pissed like in America. And my southern accent comes out when I get excited. By the way, I'm still working on a QR codes must be stopped video, and it looks like I found even more footage for it. And that came out way too easy, and I'm betting his black screen probably had something to do with that. That or the giant crack. I don't know if I can show you that giant crack. Nah, it would have to come on. So we can get a part number off this now, and I probably don't even need to take the bottom half apart. But yeah, that's, look at how clean that is in there. It's actually kind of pretty, how nice and bare and unsullied by hand oil it is. It's kind of nice. It would be a lot nicer if it wasn't a Hot Pocket. I mean a Hewlett-Packard. I mean a HP. So, anyway, I have what I need, but I can't put it back together now. It's completely screwless, and that's the worst thing ever, but here we go. I've got a part number. It's an Innolux N156HCA-EBB revision C1. Sometimes the revision doesn't matter. Sometimes the revision makes it completely incompatible. Now, while I'm doing this, I may as well first of all, let's put that suction cup back and get this toolkit out of here. While I'm doing this, I may as well tear this bottom apart. That, I'm sorry, I got, that sounded like the gayest thing I've ever said in my life. But anyway, and I'm talking about literal gay, not like internet gay. So, HP, always the sneaky little turds that they are, hide the screws under the feet. The feet come out pretty easy. Oh, there's no screws under that. Why are there no screws under there? Why? What? There's no screws under this one? Okay. See, I probably took the top, but not... Why are there no screws hidden under the feet, but there are 3 screws on the front? It's like, oh, let's hide the screws, but not those. Not those screws. Just these screws. Dickheads. Oh, that one came out really easy. I'm glad that I checked this. You know, I'm starting to think that this guy might have moved his laptop a lot. And the screws are all just kind of loosening up. Every laptop actually goes through that. These are too small. This is another thing that I hate. When the manufacturers, when they have like a number 0 Phillips instead of a number 1, it's like the screw heads are big enough on that. You could have definitely made that a number 1 instead of a number 0, but no. No, you've got to make it difficult just for me. They brought that in just for me. Just make it difficult just for me. And it's at a wacky angle. It's like, if I had to measure that angle, I imagine that the angular measurement would be 8 degrees. Oh, look! And they've even, I think, no, those are the same length. God almighty, that was close. I thought that they were different lengths, too, just to really piss me off good. All right, let's get in here. I don't want to. I really don't want to, but I kind of have to. So somebody did something really bad to this side, which, you see that? You can see that from up there even. It's not great. So why don't we, nope, we can't actually get in there that way apparently. Usually I like to shove it in the hinge area to start. Yep. Because then if it gets a little bit bent or whatever, it's not as easy to see. But we've got bigger problems with this one, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Come on. You can separate. I give you permission to come apart. You crazy piece of crap. Alright. Come on. Ooh. You do not like me. Yep. Okay. So it doesn't want to come apart. It's pretty jammed right there. This is the side that the screw popped out of, too. You can't see it. I'm sorry. So sorry that you can't see it. But right now, I'm a little more worried about, yep, getting that corner. Once you get one corner, a lot of laptops just kind of give up and go, okay, fine, we surrender. You can open us now. Also, there goes my finger now. I bet you saw that fly off, didn't you? Come on, let go. You can let go now. I don't even understand what's holding it over here at this point. Like, that should be coming right off, but it's not. HP sucks so bad. Look, there's no screw under here. I mean, seriously, there's no screw, so that's not holding it down. I took the screw out that's beside it on the front, so that's not holding it back either. So what's preventing it from opening up? Psychological issues. That's the answer. Psychological issues. This laptop needs a shrink, not a computer repair guy. Oh, you bastard. Get in there. What is holding it back from coming open? Oh, there's a big chunky clip right here. Oh. Man, we got problems. We got a lot of problems right here. Open. Open. Take your time. Yeah, just, you know, nobody's waiting. Just take your time. Open slowly. You sorry piece of crap. Oh my God. I think this laptop's about to get yeeted just like the top tells me to. Oh, for those of you who joined the stream a little late, by the way, I'm referring to this sticker. Yeet or be yeeted. Get open, you sorry sack. You know, I would rather it have 30 screws in the bottom than have to deal with this. This is insane. I shouldn't have to do this. Let me guess. There's a screw under the one that I didn't pull up. The only one that I didn't pull up. Nope, there's no screw under there. It's just bad design. Okay. Well, it's stuck pretty good, though. Is the keyboard removable? Doesn't appear to be. I don't see anywhere to take that out, so it has to be that it just is sticky. Man, and it is very stuck up there in the front. Oh, there we go. Sometimes you actually do just have to manhandle it, which is stupid. I shouldn't have to manhandle a friggin' computer to get it open. It should just pop open. Why is that so difficult? Why can't you just make something that opens correctly? Why do I have to do all this bending crap? Tweak the damn thing up and just get open, you stupid... What is it even sticking on again? Like, now it's stuck back here again. Alright. So, in conclusion, I hate this computer. And I want it to die. Yeah, this whole back, I bent it up trying to get it open. It turns out that that's not actually going to help. There's a big old chunk of black plastic. Alright. So, get down here. There you go. Maybe not that close. A little too close for me. So, because I'm in here now, I want to make sure this display cable is seated, and it's very much seated. Looks fine. Not worried about it. Okay. That's nice to see. There's an NVMe. Wait. Oh, that's Optane. Poor bastard. Has Optane. Sucker. On his way to work. Let's make sure these hinges are nice and tight. God, the guy tacoed his computer. I don't know if it was showing nothing just because the screen's damaged or if there's something more to it. And I need to find that out before I spend the money on what's probably going to be like a $120 screen. Yeah. So, I might need a minute to go look for an EDP. I think that's EDP there. And I think it needs an EDP screen. Of course it's stuck in place. Thanks for that. Let me look it up. Alright, I need to find a screen that I can plug in to replace this temporarily. Oh, God, no, why? Look, it's like chewing gum. This stretch tape crap is like chewing gum. It's all over things, man. I am not putting that back. You want to know the model of the computer? I stated it earlier, but I'll read it off for you again. Hang on, I'll type it in the chat, okay? 15-CS0051CL. Alright, there you go. Give me just a minute. I need to do a little research on this screen part number. You need to come over here. What was it? Panel look? I think it is that I use for that. Looking up the screen. This is the boring part. Sorry. Okay, I found it. There's a link to it in live chat on Panel Look. We have Full HD 15.6. Let's see, EDP 30-pin connector. And woohoo. Whoop-de-friggin-do. Let me go get an EDP screen. I'll be right back. You know, it just occurred to me, maybe I should know where those screens are in the first place before I go looking for them. I can't find it. I had one out here for testing. Where the hell did it go? Oh, really? Where's that screen? Jeez. Alright. I had a part. I don't know where it went. It wouldn't fit the machine anyway, but I could at least test. Oh wait, I think I found them. Maybe. Get up. Come here. Yeah. That's damaged. That's not EDP. That might be. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. No, the laptop owner is absolutely not here. Absolutely not. Alright, I found an EDP screen to test with. It's damaged, but it works. Do you know how I know that? Because I put a note on it that says damaged but works. I know, crazy. All right, and I'll probably need power too. So this screen is not big enough for the computer, and it's damaged. I think it probably has bad color or something, but it's enough to test with. And right now, I just need to make sure that if I buy a screen, any screen that's EDP, you know, embedded display port, that it'll actually work. Let me get an AC adapter. Hold on just a minute. The customer's AC adapter is actually right here, I believe. And all right. Ah, why is there smoke coming out of the back? I'm kidding, of course. Enter setup, enter setup, enter setup, enter setup, enter setup. Come on. Do anything. Do anything but nothing. For the love of God, do something other than nothing. I got no caps lock light and no screen. I'm thinking it's no-go. The screen is not the only problem. Yep, the screen's not the only problem. That's the thing. If I buy a screen for this guy and put it in and there's some damage to something else, well, what am I going to do? So, first things first, let's reseat this RAM. Yeah, just... I mean, the machine looked like it got stomped, so it's possible I may end up having to take the motherboard out and reflow it, and that is not happening on camera. That is way too much of a pain in the butt. But the LCD wire here looks okay. Yeah. I kind of want to take the battery out and put it back in. It's charging. I wonder if the battery just died. It wouldn't surprise me. Let me get that battery out. Yeah, I'll take the battery out. Alright. So, the plan, if you can call it a plan, is to take the battery out of this computer, then pull the AC and put it back, and that'll reset any circuitry in the computer. Then put the battery back in so it can charge. But I want to find out if this no power on... Well, it's not posting. You're not getting any BIOS anything. So give it a few seconds to discharge. And... Come on. Plug it up. Battery back in. Pray to the lithium gods that there's not a lithium ion fire, you know, the usual. Typical voodoo incantations of computer guys. Alright, we've got a charge indicator. Let's very carefully put these screws back, because dropping them might be... I have it on good authority that dropping screws onto a live motherboard is not a good thing. Shouldn't need to unseat that battery again unless we have to take the motherboard out. And like I said, I won't be doing that on stream. Screw that. If it needs that much work, it's happening next week anyway. So we reseated the RAM, reseated the battery, and reset the power. Just need to see what's going to happen. Are we going to get anything this time? Wake up. Wake up. Be alive. Be anything but what you're doing right now, you miserable bastard. Come on. Nothing. And, oh, wait, it woke up. Oh, crap, it took about 1 billion years, but I see something. Woo, I see something. You can't see it, but I can see it. Here, let me prop this up so you can see it. There you go. Look at that. CMOS error. Good. I love CMOS errors because that means that it works. Good. I don't have to reflow a damn motherboard. I hate doing that. I really, really hate doing that. I wonder how this is damaged, too. I don't remember. I didn't label it damaged for no reason. Oh, yeah. Maybe I should... Ah! That's how it's damaged. Yeah, that's That's pretty damaged. But hey, man, it works for testing. Shut up. Okay. Alright, so I've confirmed that the computer works. Alright, so it looks like that battery reseat took care of it. I guess the battery got discharged too far. By the way, that's a pain in the ass with these ones that are so-called non-serviceable batteries. When the battery gets discharged too hard because, you know, whatever, you let it run dry and then it sits on the shelf long enough to let it run even more dry, it doesn't even have enough power to sustain the standby circuitry. And so it just sort of scrambles the state machines inside all the chips, and it just doesn't work anymore. And you have to pull the battery. Well, guess what? You have to go through all that crap that I went through to get into the stupid computer just to pull one battery and put it right back. It's stupid and frustrating and annoying, and I don't like it. And it shouldn't be a thing. Anyway, so we have determined that the computer's okay. Just needed a battery reseat. The screen is damaged, but the rest of it's okay. So if I order a screen, then I'll end up just charging the customer for the screen part and a disassembly fee. So there we go. That's not that bad. What is going to be that bad is putting it back together. Now, let's see. You know, while I've got this open, maybe I should look at some of these things. No, they're just those nebulous clips that don't make sense. So I think we just push things and it'll be fine. I don't want to unplug it again because the battery problem might come back. So just kind of snap it all back in place. Please. Go back. Go. You can snap now. Yes, you can go back together. I will allow you to go back together, you miserable machine. Knowing what I know about this machine, I would never buy it for myself. Mostly because I like things that I can actually fix without too much pain. Yeah. I'm not impressed at all. I am somewhat disgusted with the way this is put together. Stretch tape, clips that are so difficult to pry apart that you have to bend things just to figure out that it doesn't come apart the way you think it does. I mean, there's literally 5 screws holding the whole bottom half on here, and it's and 3 of them are a different head size than the other 2. Just, there's so much unnecessary and stupid stuff going on here. It's just, this shouldn't be like this. Computers shouldn't be like this. I hate this. Get out of the way. Why? No, you don't get to participate. You get to go sit over there and wait your turn. I know you're number 1 by virtue of a weird numbering system, but whatever. By the way, some advice that I heard once was if you want Phillips head screwdrivers that don't cam out, where you turn it and it bounces out if you're not pushing hard enough, you can get Japanese Industrial Standard, or JIS, screwdrivers, and they won't cam out, but that also means that if you twist too hard, something will break. Either the screw head breaks off or the screwdriver shaft itself snaps in half. So, yeah, there's a trade-off there. Personally, I'll just take the stupid camming out Phillips bits and just push harder and hope that I'm not as strong as I wish I was. Okay. So, machine works this way. What I'll probably do at this point is run tests to make sure the SSD doesn't show any smart stats that indicate it's bad. Make sure the CPU survives a burn-in test without crashing. And then I'll order a part, and the customer can pay me a lot more money than it's worth. It's not actually, I mean, it's worth it to fix it, but a lot more money than the pain is worth to get this screen replaced. So that's the end of this. Stretch tape is stupid. I swear to God, it looks like this just came out of my mouth and I chewed it for an hour beforehand. I have some double-sided tape that's definitely going to replace that. So Let's see what chat has to say tonight. Let's see. So apparently I have somehow attracted a bunch of people that have a lot of innovative names for screws. So that's kind of fun. Y'all are crazy and I love it. All right. I'm done with this machine, man. I'm flat out done with it. So, yeah. Come up here, be on my level for a little while, my friends. All right, that camera's too high, isn't it? Yep, but I don't care. I'm not fixing it. You can just look at my head. So this is one of the reasons, if you actually do PC repair and you take out bad screens that still show something but have damage, for example, like you might keep a collection of parts that have some functionality but are not actually usable for repair. Because damaged but works here, this thing, it's got a big old black gash down it, but I was able to use it to make sure that this computer still functions before spending, what is it, like $120? No joke. This touch panel, this 15.6 touch screen LCD with no mount tabs, it's like $120. So I don't want to spend that money, then find out that the computer itself doesn't work, because I have a policy that if I buy a part for a computer and I was wrong, I don't charge the customer for that. And it's a real pain to get your money back sometimes. So I like to be right instead. Alright. So I'm probably going to go ahead and shut this stream down and put all my tools and toys back. Is there anything you guys want to ask me before I get off of here? My ninja outfit, how do you know about that? How do you know about that ninja outfit, sir? Ma'am. Ambiguous internet being. Yeah, this camera's too high. I can't deal with it anymore. I'm going to have to get off of here. You know. What do you do with the damaged but work screen if you are not a PC repair guy? Oh boy. Well, if you're in a place that is sane and thus doesn't restrict the ownership of firearms, you can go shoot it. That's what some of the guys that worked for me did. We replaced a bunch of laptop screens, and they asked if they could have all the bad screens just in a pile, and they took the pile one day, and I found out what they did was they hung all the screens from trees, stood a couple, whatever, 100 feet or whatever away, bow, and made a mess. It was very cathartic, I'm sure. Is it worth it to put an SSD into an old laptop? Okay, I'm glad you asked that when you did. Let me show you something. I can't show you it working, but this, oh God, there goes my arm. This unyeatable monster here that's bigger than me, this thing's old as shit. It's ancient. Windows Vista Home Premium. It's certified old as shit. So, but it's 17 inches, so it's pretty cool. And if the hardware was fine, this is an Inspiron 1720. If the hardware was fine with it, then, it'd be perfectly okay to reuse. Now, here's the thing. This has a Core 2 Duo, and I think it's a somewhat older one. It has a Core 2 Duo, and those processors, while very old at this point, we're talking like, I think this is probably a Vista means it's at least 2006 to 2009 because Windows 7 came out in 2009. So this, I would estimate, is about, I'd say this computer is probably about 15 years old. If I take this computer, which, by the way, this computer can hold 2 hard drives here. If I take this computer and I put an SSD in it instead of the old like 60 gig or 80 gig or whatever hard drive that came with it, it's going to fly. Now, the processor will be a bottleneck. The processor in this Core 2 Duo is still going to be faster than, say, a brand new Celeron N4000 laptop that you pay, what, $150, $200 for? But an SSD, a SATA SSD, in this honkin' thing, God, it's heavy as shit. A SATA SSD, even in a Vista machine, as long as you can run a new enough operating system on it, at least Windows 7, but ideally if you could get up to Windows 10 due to better support for solid-state media, it will run a lot faster than a brand new cheapo laptop with an eMMC unit. So yeah, putting an SSD into an old computer can actually work out quite well. And the truth is, you can use, a lot of people don't know this, but you can use Vista drivers all the way back to Windows Vista. Almost every Windows Vista driver works with Windows 10 of the same bitness, and some Windows XP drivers will work with 32-bit Windows 10. Windows 11 kind of ruined that, which is another good reason not to go to it. But Windows 10, if you did want to run a supported system that won't lose updates to Firefox and Chrome in the next couple of years, you could get Windows 10 on it, or you could put Linux on it. Actually, that one has Void Linux on it. But yeah, SSD, old computer, perfectly fine. The only negatives are they're heavier, they use a lot more electricity in general, but that's about it, really. Usually they have bad batteries. At that age, they especially tend to have bad batteries. But especially if someone paid a lot more money for it, if it was a higher-end machine when it was new, it tends to be such that even a 15-year-old computer is better than new computers at certain price ranges. And given that solid-state media is so cheap now, hell yeah, you can go out there right now. I think some 120 gig, brand new 120 gig SATA solid-state drives, you can get on sale for $18, brand new. 240s, like 26 or 27. This is just what I saw recently. So this is all US dollars, by the way. But I mean, imagine that just for a second. You go out, you spend $27 on a solid-state drive. You throw it in this 15-year-old computer, throw a clean install of your OS of choice, and everything runs perfectly fine. It's either that or you go out and you buy a newer computer and spend a whole hell of a lot more money than that. I'd rather see older machines get reused than see someone go out and buy a new machine they don't actually really need for more money. So, let's see. Yeah, don't get me started. I was really not happy about moving to Windows 10. The problem is new hardware doesn't work with less than Windows 10. Specifically, the Ryzen chips are where AMD and I think the 7th generation Intel chips are where Intel stopped supporting it. Intel doesn't work because most Intel 7th gen or later systems are UEFI only. AMD doesn't work because starting with Ryzen, they have this thing called an AGESA, A-G-E-S-A, and that requires ACPI 5, which means you can boot Windows 7 in legacy mode on an AMD Ryzen 1000 series until it gets past early boot, initializes ACPI.sys, and then throws a blue screen saying your computer's not fully ACPI compliant because ACPI.sys in Windows 7, it goes all the way up to 4. ACPI 4.0 is the limit. ACPI 5, you have to have at least Windows 8 for the ACPI parser to even have a clue what to do with it. And Ryzen's don't work without at least 5, so you're screwed. Windows 7 dies as of the Ryzen 1000 and Intel 7th Gen in general. Also, the Celeron and Pentium chips in the, I think, 3000 numbers is when those stopped working. So, yeah, and I get it. Things evolve, and standards evolve and nobody's updating Windows 7 anymore. But I'll tell you right now, I ran my AMD FX 9590 with Windows 7 all the way up until I literally heard one of the voltage regulators on the board boil off the board, and the computer turned off for good. So I was in it till the bitter end. And then I built a Ryzen 7 to replace it. And yeah. Bastards. Would I recommend NVMe or SATA solid state drives? I would absolutely, if your system can take NVMe, that's what you should be using. Because NVMe is PCI Express. It's a direct PCI Express connection. SATA is an old disk standard that dates back to mid-2000s, roughly 2004 or 5. I can't remember exactly when it came out. But in its latest incarnation, SATA stops at, well, let me put it this way. When it's converted to actual throughput, you'll notice SATA drives stop at about 535 megabytes per second, maximum. NVMe drives can, if you get a really good one, PCI Express 4 ones can actually go up to 6,000 megabytes per second of sequential, maximum read or write, depending on how good of a drive you get. But even a budget NVMe drive tends to just completely run circles around any SATA one because of the interface limitations. So if you can put NVMe in there, you absolutely should do that. Also, a little known secret here, you can't boot from it directly, but if your operating system supports NVMe drives, and you can boot from a SATA drive, and you get a PCI Express adapter card to make an NVMe PCIe drive fit into a PCI slot in your computer, a PCI Express slot, you can use the NVMe drive. You just can't boot from it. So that's something else to think about. It can get complicated, but the bottom line is if you need fast storage, you can still shove NVMe in older computers that can't boot from them. You just can't boot from them. So there you go. What else do we have over here? Someone mentioned Pentium 4. I'll tell you right now, I have a personal vendetta against the Pentium 4, and I destroy every Pentium 4 I can find. Every single one. The reason being, Pentium 4s were very poorly designed. They're absolute crap architectures. They consume an amazing amount of electricity for not very much performance. Hyper-threading makes the vast majority of things you can do with it actually go slower. Look, let's make this a little closer. There you go. That's more intimate. Ooh. But yeah, the Pentium 4 is a bad design. And let me just tell you how bad the Pentium 4 really is. The Pentium 4 is such a poor design that if you've ever heard of the Pentium M, the Pentium M came out after the Pentium 4. The Pentium M was a 32-bit only chip. Now, the Pentium 4, they did add 64-bit to eventually, but the Pentium M was faster than the Pentium 4s. Pretty much all of them. Watt for watt, clock for clock, the Pentium M's beat the crap out of the Pentium 4. And the Pentium M is based on the Pentium 3 microarchitecture. The Pentium M is the true Pentium 4. The Pentium 4 is an abomination to mankind. It is Satan in processor form. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm wearing the anti-Pentium 4 shirt today. So no Pentium 4. Bad Pentium 4. All right. Any other questions? I'm going to ask here too. Because I need to end this soon. I got a text. I should probably check that. Let's see. 29 minutes. Yep, so I actually only have 10 more minutes. All right. Well, that's good to know. Oh, hey, Google says I'm live. Huh. Nice. Is that it? Is everybody good? We all great now? No more questions for tonight? Because there will be more live streams. I plan on making this a pretty regular thing. Whenever I have anything to do that's actually worth showing. Oh, that got a lot lighter. Huh. Computer with no screen got lighter. Who'd have guessed? Let's see. All right. I guess we're done. Anybody who's... the winning lottery numbers... You know I'm like the ultimate master troll on the internet. So the winning lottery numbers are 4, 8, 15, 16, 24, 32. I have calls for more live repair videos. I think I can do that. I'm really tired of doing recorded videos. I hate editing the repair videos. Editing them is mind-numbing. Plus, there's no interaction. I don't know if people are getting it or not. So, yeah, I think we should do this more often. I have a few other ideas for things that we can do live that don't involve repair, too. I have a question that I want you all to think about. I don't want you to answer it this time. But one of my planned... Hey... Yeah, there you go. One of my planned live streams, probably do it next week, is if you could take any 5 websites permanently off the internet, just forever, completely gone, just can't visit it, it's totally gone, people can talk about it all day long, but never works again. No one ever sees it again. It's just non-functional, toast, can't be used. Any 5 websites off the internet. Which 5 would you take off and why? That's going to be next week. So just think about that. Everybody's going to say Facebook. I know they are. But just think about that, and next week we'll talk about that. I've already got my 5 figured out. I thought about it all day long. Some of them might surprise you, but I have good reasons. I'm not sweating. I have a fan. The artist is not sweating. Also, isn't the artist Prince? Wait a minute. Some of you might not be old enough to even get that. Never mind. I mean, I don't even fully get it, so it's okay. All right. I think nobody has questions. It's a pretty natural stopping point. I have a few errands I need to do around the house. I have about 10 minutes, so... And there's the 7:30 alarm. So I want to leave you with those thoughts. What 5 websites would you nuke forever if you could? We'll talk about it next week. And just think about it. Watch out for more live streams. I am making it a habit to post about 5 or 10 minutes before a live stream happens, just so people can know. I know you can schedule streams. I don't like doing that because it makes the whole setting up of the broadcasting stuff a little bit more annoying. If it would help for you to have a scheduled stream, I can schedule as soon as I know I have something interesting. The problem is that, like with this computer, for example, I started the stream about 15 minutes after I knew, so I don't know that would have helped. But yeah, just be on the lookout. Check your, do the bell subscribe thing, and YouTube will usually let you know. Not always, but whatever. There's no good solution. Let's just be honest. If YouTube controls my, shall we say, customer list, I can't directly communicate with you. I am at the mercy of some sorry-ass middleman run by artificial intelligence that the human beings behind it don't even fully understand anymore. So, the best you can do is leave my page up in a tab and reload it every hour or something, I guess. I don't know. Hey, Orion Entropy, next week. And several of those are actually not the ones on my list, despite them being ones that I wouldn't mind seeing go poof. So, I'll explain later. Alright, what the hell is... Okay, I've never looked into StreamYard, but I'll look at StreamYard and see if it's worth bothering with. So, thanks for that. I will look into it. Okay, alright, natural ending point. Everybody, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night. I'm gonna hit the little button over here and stop streaming. Thanks, and I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. I'm afraid to press the button. I've had this thing going on where I'll press the stop streaming button and it immediately stops streaming, even though it says, are you sure you want to stop streaming? Even though I changed the setting to not do that. So we're going to run a little test real quick for my own purposes. I'm going to talk and we're going to see where it stops the stream when I actually press to stop it. So I am now pressing the stop streaming button and here we go. Do you want to